Basin is an iconic DC thing, but it's also in danger.
Last month, WUSA 9 meteorologist Caitlin McGrath reported that if we don't do something in the next 100 years, it will be completely underwater.
Wow.
I know.
But it is not hopeless. Caitlin McGrath shows us what the future of the Tidal Basin could look like.
Really, one of the major themes of
this isn't a long walk on the beach. This is the historic Tidal Basin at high tide. Debris litters the ground. A walking path disappears under the flooding. Iconic cherry blossoms, the victims of brackish water.
This whole area is just littered with stumps of trees that have been cut down because they've died over time.
The Tidal Basin is a man-made wonder. 150 years ago, all of this was the Potomac. The Tidal Basin was built to prevent the city from flooding, and it worked well for a bit. But these days, with climate change causing waters to rise and the man-made basin sinking, it's just not enough.
The designs for the 19th century infrastructure aren't working in the 21st century.
Teresa Durkin is the executive vice president at the Trust for the National Mall. Keeping the mall beautiful is her passion. And now she's taking on a new mission, what the Tidal Basin will look like in another 150 years.
Doing nothing is not an option.
If we do nothing, the Tidal Basin and most of the mall will be underwater. Enter the Tidal Basin Ideas Lab. 5 top landscape architecture firms were tapped to dream up big plans for the basin's future.
The designers recommended constructed wetlands, floating platforms, boardwalks, elevated walkways.
One moves the city's levee from 17th Street all the way down to where the basin meets the river. Another, more ambitious plan suggests building an island chain or an archipelago. This would soak up floodwaters and allow the river to move freely. Each monument or memorial gets its own island, all connected by walking bridges and accessible by boat. Some plans suggest picking up and moving iconic monuments, and some allow nature to take over. For example, letting the FDR Memorial disappear under high tide every day. But there is one overarching theme.
You can't continue to fight nature. It's too powerful of a force. We have to learn to work with it.
So who decides the future? It turns out you have a say. The Ideas Lab has every proposal in detail on their website, and that's where you come in.
You can give a survey about your thoughts about the National Mall, the Tidal Basin, and the ideas themselves. This really is a place where, that belongs to all the people, and they should have some input in the future on what this place will look like.
So, how likely is any of this? Well, it starts with the money. The Trust says they're depending on donations and federal government appropriations in the hundreds of millions over several decades to fund any changes. Changes they say will happen slowly over the next century to build a sustainable tidal basin for our children's children. I'm meteorologist Caitlin McGrath, WUSA 9.